Tonight we're cooking in our Instapot and we're making beefy tomato penne pasta, which is a THM meal from the blogger The Healthy Milestone. So come and cook with me. I don't know about you, but I love cooking in my Instapot when the weather is super hot in the summertime. And this meal I saw and I'm like, I have to make it for my children because it includes spaghetti sauce, meat, and pasta. Who doesn't love a great pasta dish? And you cook it in your Instapot. This will be the first time that I've ever cooked pasta in my Instant Pot. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how it turns out. Now for the complete recipe and all the ingredients and the instructions, go ahead and check out that link below. But also I'm doubling it. I'm using my 8-quart Instant Pot and I'm doubling this for my family of 9. So the first thing I'm doing right now is I'm browning my ground beef. I'm going to come over here and cut up my vegetables that I'm going to be putting in this pasta dish. Show you that in a second, and I'm going to toss in all the vegetables that the recipe calls for. I have a little bit less onion because I want to save it for another recipe, but I have a whole bunch of peppers and onions in here, and we're going to add this to it and let it saute up a little bit before we add in all the tomato sauces and the pasta. So there's my ground beef, all nice and cooked. All my peppers. For exact ingredients, just check the recipe link below. I'm going to give that a nice little stir, so mix it all up, and then I'm going to go check out the recipe to see what I need to do next. Now, as I mentioned, I did double this, so this is just over 2 pounds of ground beef and all the veggies. So let's just let this sit here for a minute and go see what's next. It's all cooked up nicely and everything. Woo, steamed you up there. So everything's all cooked up nicely in here. The vegetables are getting softer, the meat's all cooked, and now I'm going to add the spices, which is some Worcestershire sauce and all my spices. I doubled it and put everything in here. I was out of one of the ingredients, which was basil, so I just used Italian seasoning, so we'll see how that works in here. I need to stock up my spices the next time I get to Winco. They have spices in the bulk department, which I really appreciate. Alright, so it says to add a little bit of stock to get all the bits and scrapes off the pan, but I don't have any at the bottom of the pan. So I am going to skip that step. Oh, this smells really good. That Worcestershire sauce really adds some good smells to it. Alright, so I'm going to turn it off, it said, and then I'm going to add the tomatoes and the pasta. Yeah, I think you have to layer it all, this is what she was saying, so I'm going to go check the recipe to make sure. What we're going to do is kind of layer it. We're not going to stir. We're going to add our crushed tomatoes and our tomato sauce, which I have right here, and I'm just getting the cans open. And we're going to put them on top of the meat and then the pasta, and we're not going to stir at all. So let's just pour this in, which is a big can of tomato sauce, and then another one because I'm doubling the recipe. And then my crushed tomatoes. also be using 2 packages of the penny pasta from Dreamfields. Now if you're not a Trim Healthy Mama, you can use this and just use a different pasta. This is pasta that we are allowed to have on Trim Healthy Mama's. It's low glycemic, so it is perfect for diabetics and for Trim Healthy Mama. It's an occasional treat. You don't eat this, you know, once a week. You have it once every couple of weeks. So then she says to just pour this on top. And then the rest of the broth we pour on top of this, and it says do not stir in capital letters. So I'm not going to stir, as tempted as I am to stir. This smells so good already. Alright, so I'm going to put my lid on top. And then I'm going to set this. Alright, so we're going to manually cook this for 4 minutes. Dinner's going to be ready fast tonight. And then I'm going to let it natural release for a short time. And then release it myself. And it is all set on top, as you can see. Here it goes. See you in 4 minutes. Well, maybe a little bit more than that because I have to let the pressure go. So, look at that. A little liquidy for my liking, though. Maybe doubling it wasn't a good idea. Alright, let's stir this all up and see what we got. Everything's at the bottom, so we got to stir it up. Pasta looks cooked. Oh, that's a lot of food. You guys can have a lot of this tonight. We're going to have salad on the side with this. It's got veggies in it, too. Now I wish I put more onion in it. Doesn't that look good? And I have cheese to go on top. Ooh, it's thickening up now that I'm stirring it. Oh wow, that looks really good. You see that, Quinn? Doesn't this look good?
Oh, you mixed it up, yeah.
Yeah. Well, before it was all layered, because that's how it said to do it in the recipe. Alright, there we have it. I will let you see everyone's reactions to it in just a minute. Smells good. The 16-year-old said it smells good. It does. I never thought like Worcestershire sauce. Maybe that has something to do with it. Well, do you like it, Amelia? Jackson? Mm-hmm. I think you really like the peppers, huh? Mm-hmm. It's still really hot. Here's my plate. Anybody taste it yet? Oop.
I have.
How is it? Flavor good?
Good.
That's
Best noodles.
Good?
Yeah.
Master Chef Paul.
Yeah. I don't think Gordon Ramsay uses an Instapot, though. Alright, so we're going to make this dinner again?
Yes, always me.
Alright, I'm going to taste mine.
Okay. I like that.
Well, that's good. First time I ever cooked pasta in the Instant Pot. And it tastes really good. And the pasta's cooked. This cooked in 4 minutes, but because my egg quart was full, it took a really long time for it to come to pressure. It took a long time for it to come to pressure.
Yes.
It probably took about 15-20 minutes because the thing was full. You saw it was full to the top. Alright, so this is a hit. Links below to the recipe. I'm going to close this out and go eat my dinner.
That's my hair.
What can you do with your bike now? Tell us.
I'm not having.
Oh wait, you have food in your mouth. Let's swallow that first.
I have no training wheels.
No more training wheels for Amelia? How old are you? Wow. It's fun, isn't it?
Carter took them off.
Carter took them off, and you just took off, didn't you? You went all the way around the pond twice today, didn't you?
What?
She's so happy. All right,
Did you guys
say
ride
goodbye.
down the pond?
Bye.
Be a blessing.
Yeah,
Be blessing. One with the
Be
Be a blessing and not a pest.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Be a friend that's kind.